we just need to admit that in most cases, the private sector drives change in most cases, right? And I'm not gonna say it was anything different from Ekurhuleni. Even with Wheeling, the private sector drove the change. The same thing with IPP selling to the city. It was also again the private sector driving that change, because now it normally starts from the private sectors making inquiries, right? Ekurhuleni, can we do Wheeling? Ekurhuleni, I want to develop a solar plant. Can I sell to the city? So that actually is a start, in most cases, a start point where internally, then we start putting systems in place in trying to accommodate what the private sector is seeking to do. As much as we might have plans as well, but I think the drive comes from the public sector, so from this private sector, where at least we know that there is a market for it, and then we can go out and we can do RFPs because we know already there's an existing market. So I think for Ekurhuleni, the change came mainly, the drive was mainly from the private sector, where you understand that with any change, it's not always easy to implement, because obviously when it's a distraction to the norm. So now that distraction to the norm, obviously people are more skeptical, especially obviously in municipality. We are more skeptical to just accept it and allow it to happen, because now, as I've indicated, as the city, we are also in the business of selling electricity, right? We derive almost 86, between 60 to 80% of our revenue we derive from the sale of electricity. So, but now if there's something coming in, a new concept, which is actually potentially, challenges, or actually threaten, that business model, obviously there might be some resistance. So I think for us, at first, obviously, there was that resistance, obviously, because due to lack of knowledge. But as time goes on, knowledge increase, you start to see things differently and then accept and acknowledge that the market is changing. And then as the city, we just need to position ourselves in such a way that we adapt, or else we are left behind. So I think that is what pushed, the municipality to actually accept this new concept in the market, to realize that no, if we don't do that, unfortunately, we might also end up losing that which we are trying to protect. Let me just give you an example of Wheeling. We've got a couple of data centers in Ekurhuleni, and you'll find that now most of them, they will have these sustainability goals. They will have these green energy targets. So look, by 2030, I need to receive 30% or 50% of my supply from renewable. By 2050, I must be 100%. So now those are very ambitious targets and a bit, difficult task, targets to meet. So now then they approach us to say, look, we've got international, footprint, we've got these international partners who can only invest in us, if we transition to low carbon operations, right? So now, as the city, what can we do? Can we create an enabling environment? Because now, if we do that for us, it was also more of a trade-off. So it's fine. We might not be selling enough, the same units that we used to sell to this company, but now that company will remain invested in the city. That's number one. So now, if they're not going to get new investment because we're blocking Wheeling, it means that they close doors, people lose jobs. So that which we're trying to protect, we might end up losing all of it totally. So let's have some trade-offs. Yes, we might not sell much electricity as we used to before, but that company will remain invested in the city. There will be more development, more people will still be employed, assessment rates will still be paid, other services will be paid by the same company. So I think that's how we then allowed, especially the issue of Wheeling. So look, let's look at it holistically. Let's not only look at it that maybe we might lose a potential revenue. We might lose it, but there are so many gains, there are socio-economic benefits that the city benefits for having those companies remaining invested in the city. So that's that's what drove, this change and the acceptance that, look, we need to accept this new market concepts.